Are we on? Are we on?
What?
No, I was talking to the,
Hey guys, I guess we're still waiting for the team in the office to get this thing started. I'm here, but I'm working from home today, so I guess let's hurry up and wait.
Hey, Cece. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not good with Google Chrome. I'm just trying to share the screen with the other screen. What is, I don't know what this part is. Yeah, see, stop. There you go. So you can see it's back there. Yeah, share is not working. Message here. Oh, yeah. So, application. Okay. You want this correct?
All right, what I need, so exit full screen, you want to share this, correct?
Yes.
So you have to pull up the tab first. Then you can share the tab. So now you choose application and meeting is there. And share.
Okay.
Oh, present. Okay, why did you do that? This is fun. I told you to stop. I don't either. That's new. Let's try to stop sharing.
No, I will, right after this meeting.
Okay.
And if you can get that slide to hide.
Don't worry about that right now, we just need to get going because we're late.
That's what you're looking for. Yeah.
Thank you. Are we Facebook Live too?
No, it's not working.
No, it's recording. I have to post it. Okay. All right. Hi. Morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. You sound wicked excited to be here. Awesome. So welcome to our team meeting, and thank you guys for all being here and being present. Let's start off with Tell Me Something Good. So I already heard some good feedback from CMA. You guys care to share?
Oh,
from the provisional broker meeting today?
Oh, yeah.
Just got a better idea of how to kind of get some of the comps in the area and trying to base off square footage and just removing things that aren't applicable and giving people more realistic ideas of what their homes could be worth.
Cool. Awesome. So thank you, Rob, for running that class today. What else, guys? Tell me something good you got going on. What you got good in your world?
I will say my mornings have gotten much better now that I hear the Shapleys in here doing their script practice on Ignite. That's been exciting.
Awesome. Who's taking some of the new Ignite? Yeah? What do we think? Good? Informative? Yes? No? Get some feedback? This is a brand new thing. Nowhere else in all of Keller Williams is doing a regional Ignite training. And so the premise and the idea behind it is that we have the top agents in our field, in our area, in all of North and South Carolina, teaching and educating on the Ignite program so that you guys can really get the best of the best from all of the instructors out there. We have one of the instructors, Zach Bonachek, in the room. So kudos to you, Zach and Nadine Wynn from our office are the two instructors. And I believe Nadine's going to be teaching on July 17th.
I sure hope she is.
So we have an instructor and a backup instructor. And that's what we'll be running out of here. Yet I think this is a really good program. And so the reason why, even if you've, Matt Sarver, been experienced and have a team and do all that, chime in and catch up on one of those if you can. And I understand everybody's busy and we all have our own businesses to run. She's also out there working in the field. Well, every month or so, we rerun an Ignite program again. So when we run it, there's 3 hours to 4 hours out of her day that she's going to lose from her lead generation because she's giving back to our office. As a result, what this is going to do is it's going to cut down on that and give a lot of agents time back so we can go out and be more productive. So please, any feedback that you guys have on that, please let us know. Amber is driving that program for us. So just FYI. Anybody else? Tell me something good. Anybody in Zoom land? I can't see you guys.
This is Lisa Bass.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I got something good. We were able to
What you
get all 200, well, most of all the 200 plus with Keller Williams Lake Norman protected with ID Shield on July the 1st, doing a Zoom on Friday. So I'm excited that we were able to get all that protection in place. So I'm hoping that everyone has been taking advantage and getting their services activated.
Awesome. And those of you guys don't know what she's talking about, with Legal Shield, what they're doing is they're giving us 3 months free of ID fraud protection right now. So if you guys want more information about that, talk to Lisa. So thank you, Lisa. Anybody else?
Market's hot.
Market's hot.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Low inventory.
I'm brand new, Matt. I don't know. What's that mean?
I mean, it's low inventory, and it's like pent-up demand from the spring, and then people are, majority of buyers are wanting to buy in the summer before school starts, and so it's an opportunity for us to reach out to the homes that are, in the neighborhoods where homes are selling, sending out letters to the neighborhood and say, hey, this is what's happened. This is what happened to this home. They've received multiple offers. Are you interested in selling now? It's a prime time.
Absolutely. I think COVID paused some people from getting into the game. And now, if you guys have looked at the schools, a lot of schools are going back early, right? So that window is really, really tight. And that's a great script that you guys can use when you're talking with a buyer. It's time to move right now, right? It build that sense of urgency. So Matt, you bring up a very good point. And being that we're in an election year, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again until I'm blue in the face, because it's a script that you guys need to work in when you're talking to all of your clients. The interest rates have remained low. I just refinanced my house. Okay. Awesome. Last month. And now I'm saving $132 a month in my mortgage. and knocked my interest rate from a 4.125 down to a 3.25, locked for 30 years. That's awesome. I think we're going to remain that way through the rest of the year because it's an election year. It'll be interesting to see the market correction that we're going to see in 2021. As Matt told us, though, go out and get it right now, right? Any questions on that? Awesome. You guys are wicked talkative today. All right. So let's welcome two of our newest agents who are right here in the house, Logan and Madison Shadley. Welcome. Husband-wife team. And so I'm sure you guys will see them around. I'm sure they'll be asking questions. So help them out. And they did get cubicles back over here by me. Don't ask me why they wanted to be near me. I'm sure they will move that relatively soon. A couple of birthdays coming up this month. Kind of light for us with birthdays. Typically this page is filled up. So if you do see Tara, Ben, Laura, or Rob, make sure you do wish them a happy birthday. All right, so we've got our June Top Producers Club. We're going to have this up for next meeting. As you guys can see, we've got a lot of people that did over $500,000 in production in just the month of June. And I think that kind of goes to Matt's point and what he was talking about. I know you guys know I have a real estate team. My team did extremely well for June, and they're doing well in July as well. So just be mindful of that. But congratulations to all of our people that did over $500,000. All those people made at least $15,000 in 1 month. So that's awesome. Next, let's bring up Rob Pettit. Give us a little breakdown from our broker in charge.
All right. Hello, everybody. So I wanted to share some good news. On June 29th, I received a letter from the Real Estate Commission stating that there was another matter that happened back that was reported back in March, and our response was satisfactory, and the file on the complaint has been closed. So what did that come from? There was a complaint from 2017 that a buyer was buying a property, and she claimed that she only knew that it was, or she thought it was a 4-bedroom property. So the complaint was that I want to sell my property and I thought it was a 4-bedroom. That's what I thought I bought. So in North Carolina, you're required to keep all of your documents for at least 3 years. So even though I wasn't the broker in charge in 2017, I was able to go back to all those documents, and we were able to show the buyer's agent still does work with us, showing that the buyer signed off on a septic disclosure stating that she has seen the septic report that it had only 3 bedrooms. Maybe the buyer forgot, but either way, we are now adding a septic and sewer disclosure to all of our listing files. And same for our buyer files as well, too, because that is what is saved, actually saved the agent, because the client signed off saying, I do actually have a copy of a 3-bedroom septic permit. It is on file, and I do understand that. So adding this is going to certainly cover you. That's good news. We were able to get everything, that file complaint resolved. And then what the commission did to the listing agent was really just give them a slap on the wrist. They're no longer with us, but said you can only market properties whatever the septic permit says. So that is very, very important. That's what I'm really passionate about that today. 2 other things. And then just one other thing I wanted to note was in DocuSign, the new affiliated business agreement disclosure is up, which shows the updated service providers of Carolina Home and Auto and all the other service providers. So that is uploaded in DocuSign for you to use for all your current listings and buyer fires now. That's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. So what you guys may not know is that Rob gets to deal with a lot of that crap, shall I say, for lack of better terms. And that was from what, 2017?
Correct.
So when you guys hear about Terry or Rob talking to you about being in compliance and making sure that you're doing everything the right way, this is exactly why. This is why we have extra forms than other firms, such as affiliated business disclosures, so on and so forth. It's really a CYA. It's to protect you guys as an agent, because that could have gone to civil court, anything to fraud, so on and so forth. So it's really important that we make sure that we are in compliance with everything. And Rob, I know you deal with a lot of those headaches, and I'm thankful that I don't have to. So thank you. Next, Katrina. So I know Katrina is not here today. She's very excited. Her husband is going to be coming home, and so she's doing some preparation stuff for that. Her husband, if you guys don't know, serves overseas in the Air Force. He's been gone for just about 9 months. And so as our productivity coach and as a leader here in the office, she reached out to me this morning, and I said, hey, you do what you need to do, because as our motto here is God, family, then business. I will be happy to report on her behalf, though, in everything that has increased with the productivity coaching program. We've had 2 people graduate out of the PC program. And you guys may say, wait, is that a good thing? Yeah, yes, it is a good thing. It means that they're doing enough production to the point where, you can stay in the PC program if you choose to. If you do not choose to stay in the PC program, MAPS coaching is typically the next step. We have actually opened up, Gary Keller has opened up Keller Williams to all various different types of coaching now. And so there are a lot of coaching groups inside of it. Zach's part of Bill Middleton coaching group, which is inside of Keller Williams. So there are a lot of other options out there. What I'm going to tell you is don't go, if you guys are in PC coaching, I was in PC coaching for 6.5 years. Okay. And I just basically say that's because I couldn't figure it out. Right. No, I had a great coach. Some of you guys know him, and he's been a mentor. I talked with him yesterday on the phone about something that I had going on in my personal world. When you find the right coach, you guys all need to have a coach in your life, as far as I'm concerned. I have 3 coaches right now that kind of keep me on point, whether it's with my team and my business, whether it's with being a team leader. And then I have a personal coach as well. You guys always need to have somebody kind of keeping you in that level of accountability. I'm a firm believer in that, because when nobody's watching, we're going to kind of just, okay, go over here, do that, right? But when we know somebody's watching us and we have to report our numbers, we're going to show up a lot differently, and you're going to show up a lot better. So if you guys are involved with PC, awesome. If not, check it out. And Katrina's done a great job basically incubating this program since December-ish. So kudos to her. Amber, if you guys have not met our new agent services coordinator, let me introduce Amber Valentine. Come on up, say a few words, Amber.
Thank you. Hey guys, so excited. So if you haven't met me, it's time to come knock on my office door and say hi. I was going to share a little bit this morning about the new Ignite, but it sounds like PJ beat me to it. So instead, I'm just going to share a little story I heard this morning, because I think I can kind of make it fit for my message about needing to go ahead and get into training, even if you've already had training, because I keep getting the question, why so much training? So I heard a story this morning by Kerwin Ray that said a woman was talking to her husband as he was preparing a roast, and he cut the end of the roast off and put it in the roasting pan. And she said, why are you cutting the end of the roast off? And he said, well, I don't know. That's what my mom always did, and she taught me how to make this. So she said, call up your mom and ask her why she does it. So she called up the mom, or he called up his mom, and he said, hey mom, I'm making a roast, and my wife asked me, why do we cut the end off the roast? And she said, well, I don't know, because that's how your grandma did it. So I always do that too. So he called up grandma, and he said, grandma, why do you cut the end off your roast before you put it in the oven? And she said, oh, because when our oven was so small, going on is because you could be cutting the end of your roast off for no reason. And if you continue to fill yourself up and find new opportunities to learn, you can inspect why you're doing what you're doing and maybe become more efficient and even more powerful in what you do every day. So that's my message for today. And like I said, if you haven't met me, come knock on my door. I would love to talk to you.
Thank you, Amber. I've heard that with the Easter ham before, not with the roast though. It's a great story. Terry, are you with us in Zoom land?
I am. Good morning, everybody. Couple of things for us this morning. Just be sure as you're uploading your opportunities into Command, please title them COR, which is the abbreviation, of course, for Cornelius. Then use your street address. And then if you want to add the name of your buyer or seller, of course, please do. Just a few minutes ago, there were 63 files in opportunities to review. And I don't want to overlook anybody. So it's much easier if you go ahead and title your file appropriately. To piggyback with Rob, we are having some issues with the Form 760, which, as we know, is the professional services disclosure form being turned in near or shortly after the contracts are submitted. I've had a couple of agents reach out to me and indicate, Terry, I'll turn those in as soon as we get past due diligence. That's not what you want to do. It's very important to identify in the first 5 to 7 days at the latest what services that the client wants to use or waive, such as surveys, septic inspections, and things of that nature. You need to identify those, make sure you get those ordered and get the reports back before the due diligence ends. So please utilize the professional services disclosure as it's intended to be used for your protection. Get it turned in within the first week after you go under contract. And as always, if you guys have any questions at all from me, just reach out to me by phone. We'll be happy to discuss this further. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, Terry. And Terry was breaking up a little bit there, so I want to make sure everybody heard what he was saying. And when you're entering your file, it's COR for Cornelius, then the address, and then the buyer-seller information, if you so choose to. The professional services disclosure and election form that he's talking about, Form 760, this is a required Keller Williams form. Go back to what Rob was talking about. This is the form that protects you guys when stuff like this comes up. It is not a required form by the commission. It is required by Keller Williams. Again, this is just an extra layer of protection. So make sure you're using that. Now, I hear you guys jumping up and saying, well, wait a second, PJ, what if I don't find out something until the inspection that now I need to bring out a surveyor, or now I need to bring out a structural engineer? We can go in and adjust the forms after the fact. I think it's very important that we have the forms in the right way at the beginning, and then if something like a hiccup does come up, then we can go and adjust it then. All right, any questions with that? Nope. Cece.
Hey y'all, it is a fantastic July getting started. Glad to report, same as actually better than June. I'm absolutely flooded with checks. So a couple of things have come up as they've been working through checks. I want to remind everybody that earnest money can be held by the attorney or the title company. We don't hold earnest money anymore. We've gotten a couple people who've missed that step. Some folks who are back in production. That's an amazing thing, and congratulations to them. So I want to remind you that that earnest money typically is held by the attorney. So keep that in mind when you're writing your contract, so you get that upfront and in a timely manner. The other thing that's hitting is we've had some people are noticing that agent dues are different this month than they were the last couple of months. So I want to remind you that we have an amazing set of owners of our market center, owners and investors, who cut your bills to keep more money in your pocket during the kind of hardest part of our COVID season. We are back to normal. So that is why the bills have gone back to $70. They're not increased, they're just back to the regular $70 base. So I wanted to remind you of that. So if you have any questions, always ask me. You can ask me what any of the things stand for. The money that goes to Keller Williams versus what we're funding here at the Market Center. Happy to talk about that. And related to agent bills, you can always, this month or in a future month, start having your bills auto drafted to save you money. If you're currently having your bills charged to your credit card, that's an added $5 charge every month that you could get rid of by choosing ACH auto draft for your agent bills. It's also a heck of a lot easier and faster for me, so I'm going to encourage you to do it because it's way easier. As always, if it's a money question, bring it to me, whether for your business or for dues or your commissions. Happy to talk through it all with you. Y'all have a great day.
All right, thank you, CC. All right, moving right along. All right, guys, so as you know, we already talked a little bit about the Ignite training program. So Spark kicks off Monday through Friday, 8:30. Be here. Scripts with Katrina. Yes, it's at 9. Yes, we know it overlaps. You guys are all adults and can make the right decision on what you need to be focused on that day. The Carolinas weekly Thrive call is Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. That is a Zoom that's open to everyone. ID Shield training, we heard from Lisa already. Friday, 3 p.m. on the 17th. ALC meeting, guys, ALC is open to everyone. You guys can come in, sit in on our ALC meetings that we have, talk about what we're doing in the Market Center, what changes are coming. Rob's PB meeting, which you had today, we'll have in 2 weeks. Also, our team meeting will be right after that on the 28th. Marketing with Marist. Some of you guys were here when Marist was here last time. She has actually moved from Atlanta to Nashville, yet she still drives back to Charlotte to teach for us. And she does this for free, guys. She comes down, she teaches some marketing tips and tricks. Of course, she does marketing for agents. She does photo shoots for agents. She is going to be doing a photo shoot for my team when she's in town. I think Katrina's team as well, and I think Sandy Sacco. So anything you want to know marketing-wise, and she does everything virtually so that even though she is in a different state, you guys can get on her marketing boot camp, so on and so forth. 6 personal perspectives, I'll talk about that in a second, and then the virtual profit camp that's coming out at the end of the month. 6 personal perspectives. Does anybody know Jill Gallagher? Yeah, Matt, I know you know her, right? Who's Jill?
She was an agent at the Morrisville.
She was an agent in Mooresville, very successful agent. She has a team there. Jennifer Alcatraz is on her team, and she still runs a team out of the Mooresville office. She's now up in the Winston-Salem area as a team leader, also a CES instructor, and she's going to be teaching the 6 personal perspectives. Are you guys familiar with the 6 personal perspectives? Nope. Awesome. Love it. So this is a great class for you to attend because the 6 personal perspectives are really kind of the base pillars of Keller Williams and for our community. So come to that class. You guys will learn a lot of things. And it's not just a real estate class. It's really one of those classes similar to like Quantum Leap that's really about you and finding yourself and starting with a solid foundation so you can run a very successful business. And that's an all-day class. Okay, virtual profit camp. This is going to be taking place on the 30th, as you saw on the previous slide. I skipped over it really quickly. But July 30th, 1 to 4 p.m. is a Zoom. As you can see, the registered link is right down there at the bottom. We'll be sending this out on our Friday update email as well. So you can go ahead and get registered for Profit Camp and how to not just sell houses and get money, yet how to run a profitable business. Please.
This particular instance of virtual profit camp is the very last one in the nation that is going to be regional and small.
Okay, I'm going to say that again just so everybody on Zoom can hear. This is the last profit camp that's going to be regional and on a more intimate level, shall we say, than nationwide. That's what Cece was just telling us. So. Yep.
So if you couldn't hear that, they will be going to a national program with Profit Camp after this. So great class to get registered for. Any questions? Let's talk about Keller Offers. What's Keller Offers? Don't everybody jump at once. Say that louder, please. It's our iBuyer program. What's an iBuyer program, Deb?
It's like Open Door.
Okay. So you guys have heard of these companies, Knock, Open Door, OfferPad, Zillow has one out as well. Keller Williams partnered last year. It was actually at Mega Camp when they announced it, where we partnered with OfferPad. We rolled it out here in the Carolinas January 1st, the beginning of the year. I will let you guys know, when we did roll out Keller Offers from this office alone, we had 13 Keller Offers go out in the first week. Of those 13 Keller Offers, we came back, we had 10 new listings that were taken by agents where they did not take the Keller Offers. We had 2 that went to other firms, and we had 1 Keller offer accepted, okay? Now, Keller Williams has made some changes. The point of Keller Offers, and Gary Keller has been very vocal about this, is not to purchase property. The point of Keller Offers is so you as a listing agent can walk in there and say, here's my listing presentation. This is where we feel the house can sell quickly, or at this price point, we can sell in 30 days. And here is an instant offer, okay? A lot of times you guys look out at OfferPad, Knock, Open Door. If you actually read the fine print, it's more expensive to sell your house with them than it is to sell with a real estate agent. OfferPad and Keller Williams have now separated. So now I don't have any problem saying this. OfferPad charges about 9% when they're listing on a house. They also will not purchase houses. I believe it's over $500,000 or over $600,000. They won't even get into that territory because there's too much risk for them. And on average, they're offering anywhere between about 80 and 85% of the market value of the house. The average Joe Schmo doesn't know that out there. They just see cash offer. I can close in 2 to 3 weeks. Boom, I'm going to jump on this and not realize that they're leaving $35,000 on the table. So it's our job to educate the masses, or the general public around what this can entail. Now, you are going to have some people that say, listen, I don't care. I'm getting a $50,000 moving package to move to California. I really don't care about getting top dollar for the house. I just need it sold, so that's one thing off my plate. Well, great. Then we have Keller Offers for you. We are the only real estate firm in the country that offers an instant offer program, number one. And number two, you guys, this is going to be a huge tool to help you get more listings, because a lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh, there's the instant offer. And a lot of them are going to assume every single instant offer is the same. And they're not wrong on that. They're off slightly. Okay, they may be here or there, and then there's a lot of iBuyer programs out there. We're just talking about like the big 3. There's a lot of other ones out there that have a lot of different restrictions. Age of the home is one thing. If it's on a main street, that's another one. Where some companies just won't even do it. There's a local Charlotte-based one that if the home's older than 1978, they won't touch it, and if it's on a main road, they won't touch it. So understand that with the Keller Offers, this is just another tool in your tool belt so that you guys can go out and talk with clients, go and say, hey, listen, how many firms out there can say, I'm going to come bring you a listing presentation and I'm going to bring you an instant offer as well? Well, the answer is none. We are the only firm that can do that. So how do you guys get Keller Offers certified? I'm so glad you asked. Right down there at the bottom, there's a link where you can go and take the webinar. Now listen, guys, I took the webinar, I think it's 2 hours maybe, 2.5 hours, excuse me. And I think it was $250 at the time. I'm not sure if it's still that same price. And there was a 10-question test that I passed at 100%. And if you guys know me passing a test at 100%, well, let's just face it, I wasn't an honor roll student growing up. So it is not difficult. It is great to get educated on. And so if you guys have interest in becoming Keller Offers certified, again, it's just another tool that you guys can have in your tool belt where you're going out there and talking to clients and being able to offer them things such as Keller Covered, Keller Mortgage, Keller Offers. Okay, we've always had a business that's a one-stop shop for everything across the board. So has anybody in here Keller Offers certified? And chime up on Zoom land if you are. Matt is, Zach is, I am. Anybody else?
About 5 or 6 people. Can't think of who it is.
Have you guys used Keller Offers?
I have.
Have you sold one with it, or?
I haven't sold one. It was, I did do it whenever it first started, and so the more you know, some are going to be maybe more appealing, and others, you know, are it's not going to make sense for the seller. So, but yeah, there's a little finesse, you know, when working it.
Yeah, and what you're doing is you're giving your clients an additional option,
Yeah, we
right?
got the listing and we got it sold.
See, there you go. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Congratulations. Have you used it at all?
Yeah, I had one. It was, I think Matt finessed that explanation beautifully. It was a little embarrassing to present the offer. It was significantly lower. It was about 50,000 under comp, and I did not get the listing because that's what I led with, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So it's the tool, not the end all, right? It's the foot in the door. It is exactly how I've got actually a good friend that works over at Mark Spain. Different program, but the guaranteed offer, you know, the guaranteed offer is just a way to get in front of people.
Yep.
Once you get in front of people, you say, we'll give you the guaranteed offer. That's 90 or 80% of what the comp would be. However, if we list it traditionally, this is what we can get you. And so that's really the thing. And that was my bad.
Yeah, and that's always kind of been a trigger in our business for a long time, right? Is, hey, I got a guaranteed offer. And there was even I'm trying to remember when I first got in the business, there was some guy who did these like bomb videos, like dressed as a pirate. It was a little weird for a listing presentation. Yet he would go on there and he would say, "We'll put your house on the market at such and such a price. Guarantee if we don't sell it in 90 days, we'll buy it." I was like, wow, that sounds pretty good, right? Except what you don't realize is every 2 weeks you're doing a $10,000 price reduction. There's a lot of other things that go into those factors. And yes, I will buy a $500,000 house at $380 any day, right? So just be mindful of that. And so you guys know some of the competition stuff that you're dealing with out there. How I've always presented this is, you know, I've gone in, I do my listing presentation all the way out to the T. And then I say, if you are interested, there is a cash offer. Don't expect to be wowed by it, or, you know, so on and so forth. We did one down in Waxhaw. It was a property we felt was worth about $175,000. They needed a fresh coat of paint and a little bit of updating, but no more than $5,000 to $7,000 to get to the 175. And we got an offer in at 160. The client actually asked, they said, "Can we counter?" And I was like, I have no idea. Let's go ahead and counter. And we countered at 165 and it was accepted and the deal went through. And so for them, they live in Mooresville. So it was a rental property for them. So it was really easy for them to kind of let that go because they were going to be putting $5,000 into it anyways. He said, we'll lose the 10 grand or the 5,000, however you want to look at it, in order just to move on with it. So sometimes it does work. And then again, Zach, as you were saying, 50,000 less. As you get up the higher price points, the numbers get a little screwy. So anybody else in Zoom land done anything with Keller Offers? Cool. Awesome. While we're on Keller Offers, I do want to talk a little bit about Keller Mortgage. Has anybody used Keller Mortgage? Yep. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I didn't know I had to be certified to do it, but I think I probably just got this listing appointment based on it because I saw where an investor was trying to buy somebody's house. And I'm like, well, could I make an offer as well? And then I went into the whole, I'm an agent with Keller Williams. I could also list it if you were willing. But yeah.
Yep, you do have to be Keller certified, Keller Offers certified, and I believe it runs every 2 weeks, is it? Yeah, bi-weekly. So go ahead and get that done and under your belt. And as you can see, there's a list of all the cities right there that Keller Offers works in. Anybody else for Keller Offers?
Thankfully, she didn't take that option then. But it was the conversation starter.
Awesome. Well, hey, and exactly just what Zach said, right? It gets the conversation rolling. So go get certified for that. Let's talk about Keller Mortgage a little bit. Has anybody used Keller Mortgage here? Yep. See Zach nodding, Matt.
We have an agent in our high country office, Brandon Frayer, who is absolutely killing it. Like 90% of his closings are with Keller Mortgage.
Okay. So let's talk about Keller Mortgage a little bit. What's the advantage of Keller Mortgage, guys? Who can tell me?
0+.
What does that mean? 0+.
Origination fee, $1,000 back in closing.
If it's over 250, right? I think the loan amount has to be a minimum of 250,000, and you can get up to $1,000 back.
150.
Was it 150? I'm sorry, it was 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get up to $1,000 back, the loan amount, not the purchase price. Okay. But zero down. There's no loan origination costs. When you guys take your buyer clients out, every lender is going to give them what's called a GFE. You guys know what a GFE is? Bingo. Good faith estimate. And on there, you're going to see an application charge. Okay. There's I'm not going to name names or anything, but a lot of lender companies will do an application charge of anywhere from about $900 to $1,000 just for the application fee. Ask them to waive that, because they will. Because if you put them up against Keller Offer, that's the first thing that they waive. Okay. Would you guys want to save your client $1,000? Sure. I'm sure if there's any lenders listening in on me on this, they don't like me right now, and that's fine. Yet my goal is I have a fiduciary duty and responsibility to the client alone. You're also going to get hit with a credit check. You're going to get hit with a flood cert. You're going to get hit with appraisal, which we know, and we'll talk about appraisal in a second. There's a lot of different charges, and I'm probably missing a couple that are going to come up whenever you guys do, even if you're just doing a refinance on a house, because trust you me, I just did a refinance on my house, and I got hit with some of these charges as well. Okay. Now, going through the process, as you work through, yes, do we have to have an appraisal? Absolutely. And that is a one thing that Keller Offers does not pay for you. Okay. Because appraisal has to be done by a third party. Now, one of the cool things is if for whatever reason that deal does not close, Keller Mortgage will eat the appraisal. They will pay it. You will not charge that to the buyer. Yet on an average, and this is where I got 250 from, excuse me, on an average loan amount of $250,000, the average savings is about $2,500 versus using your bank, your credit union, or an independent brokerage lender that's out there. Okay. Does it not make sense that you guys want to help your people save money? That make sense? Yes, Zach.
I think a better way to say that, and this is just for
Please.
the benefit of people, savings is one way to say it. Cash out of your pocket, perhaps, is a better way to say it. Because when people come into a transaction, I mean, you can save on a loan, you can save on things that don't matter if you don't have to give it away. This is actually cash out of your pocket.
It is.
So about 1% of the loan amount is where the origination fee sits.
Yep. So if you guys couldn't hear him, what he was saying is just rephrasing what I was saying. It's cash out of your pocket because it is something you're actually coming to pay. And about 1% of the loan origination amount is what the savings will reap you. Yet, what if you guys, let's just say, for example, Logan, I'm going to use you as an example. Logan's a listing agent on a property, and he goes in and he gets the listing. It's a $300,000 listing. I work for Joe Schmo Real Estate over here, and I come to the table and I say, Logan, we love the property, $300,000. We're going to need $4,000 in closing costs back. So we're going to give you the $300,000. We're going to need $4,000 in closing costs because of my loan origination fee, so on and so forth. And to inspection, to getting that structural engineer or whoever else, those can all be considered part of the closing costs. Well, Logan turns to me and he says, well, PJ, you don't need those closing costs if you use Keller Mortgage. And I say, I don't work for Keller Williams, though. I work for Joe Schmo Real Estate over here. He says, yes, but because the listing is with Keller Williams, he can offer that to my buyers. Now, why would I not want to go ahead and offer this to my buyers? right? Do I not want to save my buyer's money? And does that open up a really good conversation for Logan to start talking to me about other things that Keller Williams has to offer, such as Keller Covered, such as Keller Offers, right? Could that then potentially build his downline? Could that be passive income now coming in? Because if I'm bringing him a buyer for the property, I'm out there working in the field, I'm already making some money. So he knows that if I come into Keller Williams underneath Logan, he's already going to be getting some passive income from it. Does that make sense? See how you guys can use Keller Mortgage to your advantage, okay? And get that well-deserved passive income coming in? Getting some head nods? Yes.
I'm not sure if you touched on this or pressed on it, but like if you're buying for a listing, and you say to the owner, you mentioned the benefit to the listing agent, but for the owner,
the next place I was going.
Okay.
No, you're good. You're
All
good.
you.
No, and that's exactly what I was going to say is, and so no, I love that we're on the same page. Is that whenever Logan goes on a listing presentation, he can say, as long as the buyers are going to use Keller Offers, you're not going to have to pay closing costs. Again, it's another tool for your toolkit, so to speak, that no other company out there can offer. And you say, wait a second, PJ, there's some other mortgage companies, or there's some other real estate companies that have mortgage companies inside of them. Yes, and none of them do a zero down. So Logan can go into a listing presentation, or any one of you guys can go into a listing presentation right now and say, if the buyer chooses to go ahead and use Keller Mortgage, then you guys will never have to pay closing costs. That a big advantage when you're getting a listing from somebody, right? When I have to sit down and I have to compete against this one, and this one, and I'm the only Keller Williams agent, and I educate them about how I can save them in this situation $4,000 in closing costs. That attractive to a potential seller? Sure. Right? Questions? Keller Mortgage? No? Okay, awesome. And you can pick your loan officer now. So if you have a good experience with a loan officer and you want to continue to use that person, you can absolutely continue to do that. All right, needs and wants. What do we need? What do we want, guys? Anybody got any buyers looking for houses? Any houses looking for buyers? What do you guys got? Huh?
I was trying to think of ones that I've seen recently, and I haven't seen anybody post it.
I've got a listing. I don't know if I need any help on it, but it's because I got 16 showings. But
Go ahead, Deb.
I did good. 2324 Urkel Road. It's down University area. $170,000 is by 16 showings. It's a cute little 3-bed, 2-bath house.
Cool. Anybody else? Doesn't have to be a listing or a buyer. I've got one. I've officially decided that I'm going to move to Lake Norman.
Yeah. Right.
So I need a house. So I don't have many requirements to it yet. I just give you a quick little breakdown is what I'm looking for, at least a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Waterfront would be awesome. Marina access would be wanted or warranted, or a neighborhood with like a deeded boat slip, up to about $850. So if anybody can help me out with that. And if you guys haven't been through this experience yet, this is an old Tony DiCello thing. When you've got a buyer and you can't find the property, you make up a little flyer and say, this is PJ. PJ wants to buy. Boom, 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 and list it all out and go door knocking. Okay, I get it. It's COVID right now. We're not door knocking. Okay, I get that. Are there other ways to send that information out, right? Paper tube, something like that, or even mailers. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for right now. Obviously, the cheaper the better because I don't want to have to sell one of my investment properties to purchase this. CC's actually given me a potential already. So thank you, CC, for that. But yeah, that's what I need. So if you guys want me less grumpy and hear more frequently.
We sent out letters around Deshaun Road, between the 2.5 and 3.5 million range, and we've had 2 listing appointments. We one this morning for 2.1.
Awesome.
Last week for 2, 2.5, 2.6.
I'm not there yet.
Those letters work.
But yeah, they work, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The goal
So 2.1 and what?
2.1 and 2.6. So
2.6. Okay, so that's what, 4.7. So that's a potential one side. You're looking at $141,000 of potential commission. How much do those letters cost you?
not very much.
Okay, yeah. I don't care if it was $200, okay, which I doubt it was, for a potential getting in front of $141,000 worth of.
Genuine, person that you are looking for.
Yep.
And it's a genuine letter. They can see through a letter that sounds markety and that sort of thing. But yeah, in your case, people can send out letters, for you. And
Yeah, you guys want to pick up 3%? Let me know. Okay. What was I going to say? We did this actually in South Park, and it was Myers Park, and I was such the negative Nancy about it. I was like, there is no way we are going to find a house in Myers Park for $275,000. I was like, it just doesn't happen. And we came across these girls renting a house, and they said, well, we'll put it in front of our landlord. The landlord was in Texas, and we talked to them about it, and said, would you like us, we have the buyer, would you like us to represent you on both sides? And as a result, they said yes, and I said, well, if we're going to represent you, I need to let you know you can probably sell this house between at least $300,000 and $315,000 if you put it on the open market. And I had to do my fiduciary duty and responsibility. And they said, listen, if you can net us $42,000 so we can pay for the pool that we just installed and the rest of our debt that we need to get out of, they said, we don't care what it sells for. We sold it for $281,500, and they got $46,000 in their pocket, and we picked up 6% commission on both sides. So it's a great tool that a lot of agents are just too lazy to do. So anyways, I digress. Thank you, Matt, for sharing. Don Neary, are you on Zoom with us?
I am. Hi.
Tell us about Old Republic Home Protection.
Is there any way that you can share the screen with me so I can put a slide up?
Probably.
Oh, hi, PJ. Couldn't see you before.
Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me make you the host. Give me 1 second. I gotta find you. Okay. All right.
You are now the host, Don. Take it away.
Okay. Couple of things, guys. With COVID and everything else, we're seeing a huge rise in claims. Our claims are up 35% right now. People are home, they're using their stuff more. So to address that, we have just given all of our contractors a no authorization requirement up to $1,500 on HVAC. So if a contractor goes out, how it works is they got to call in to get auto to do the work. Anything up to $1,500, we are authorizing them to just go ahead and take care of it, which will just expedite things and make it a much quicker process because of the amount of claims that are going on right now. There are two hot topics that I really want to go over with you about HVAC. First is this R22 phase out, the Freon. They're not manufacturing it anymore, but it has to be readily available until 2028. So, but like with everything else in supply and demand, the price of Freon is going to get more and more expensive. Last summer, it was almost $200 a pound. It's going to probably be, it is that already this summer and will continue to get higher. So it's really important that you know what kind of Freon is in that unit. And I get agents calling me all the time. They want to know, what plan should I buy? And I always ask, the first thing I ask them is, how old is the AC unit? And a lot of times they don't know. It wasn't provided by the seller didn't know, what have you. There's a label outside on a compressor that you can get a ton of information from. And I don't have time to go through this entire label with you, but what you can do is, all you have to do is Google the model number and the make. So if it's a Train 422, this whole number, it will tell you the year that the unit was manufactured. It'll tell you the SEER rating. It will tell you the tonnage. It will tell you the coolant. This is the coolant. This is the new stuff, the 410A. It'll tell you how many pounds of coolant it has in it, and it will also let you know if it's AHRI certified. That's the other thing with HVAC that is happening right now in the state of North Carolina is this AHRI mandate. It only applies in the states of North Carolina and Florida. And in a nutshell, if the compressor goes, but there's nothing wrong with the air handler, or vice versa, and we install a new compressor, if that old air handler is not compatible with the new unit, they're making them replace it even though there's nothing wrong with it. Your buyers are looking at a minimum of $2,000. The good news is that Old Republic is covering the AHRI mandate in all of our plans, and we're also picking up the full cost of Freon. Can you guys see this highlights of coverage?
Yep.
Okay, sorry that stuff's on there. So in summary, we do not have any dollar caps, no dollar limits towards repair or replacement of HVAC systems. We cover all units on homes under 5,000 square feet. So when I say all, I mean more than 2. They can have 4, they don't have to pay more, we'll cover them. We don't have any dollar limits on the R22 or the 410A. We're covering that AHRI mandate in every single one of our plans. Taxes included, so no surprises at the closing table. We've added outdoor kitchens to our optional coverages. We've increased our appliance limit to $3,500. We also don't have any obsolete clauses or rust exclusions in our plan, which is huge when it comes to HVAC and hot water heaters. Now more than ever, guys, you know, with everything that's going on with the bidding wars and people paying top dollar, if something major should happen after that close of sale, these people are, you know, buyers are eating into any monies that they may have set aside for renovations or what have you. All of a sudden, after the close of sale, they get slammed with a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 bill. It could be devastating for them. So when you talk to your buyers and they're looking at different plans, and something that you can do as well, there's a lot of warranties out there now. And the quickest way to find out what's being covered is go right to the limits of liability. I always say this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you're going to find out, are there any dollar caps on HVAC replacement? Do they have rust and obsolete clauses? Are they going to pick up the Freon? Are they going to cover the AHRI mandate? That's where the rubber meets the road, and it really will give you a really quick synopsis of what you're purchasing for your buyer, and will help them, because the worst thing that can happen is you buy a plan, something major happens, it's not covered. Then everybody's upset. And you know, I've been doing this for 19 years with Old Republic. So I've been around a long time, and this is my contact information. Please feel free to call me at any time. We can set up a time to go over all of this if you'd like to, and we can get into depth about all of these new HVAC requirements. It's really important that you at least have a basic knowledge, because it could be a financial devastation for clients, sellers and buyers. So that's the Reader's Digest version. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. I look forward to meeting all of you soon. I came on board in January and then COVID hit. So I am available though. So please reach out, call me, email me, text me. I'd be more than happy to spend some time with you. So thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks, Dawn. And if you'll go ahead and make me the host again, please. And thank you guys. I've known Dawn for a while. She does a great job. We go way back in real estate. So if you have any questions, all of her information we have downstairs at the vendor table as well. So pick up her card, give her a call. So thank you.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
And it's in our Facebook group as well. Yep. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. go ahead and make me the host back if you can, please. And we're going to go to Jordan. Jordan, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Very good, thank you. So Jordan, tell us a little bit about you and what you do for us.
I'm a new vendor with you guys. I'm with the Flooring Pros over in Indian Trail. Just a brief history about myself. UNC Charlotte grad, December 2017. So go Niners if we have any Niners out there on the Zoom call. And just a small insight about our business. We're a locally and family owned flooring company in Indian Trail, but we carry all of the big box products: Mohawk, Stainmaster, JJ Haynes, Mannington, Baroque, you name it, we got it. We also do tile, sand and finish. I know that's kind of a lot of sand and finishes lately with your older houses. A lot of the hardwoods are still solid hardwoods these days. And how we're able to compete with the big box stores, CCA Global and Flooring America. Those are our co-ops that we're a part of. It's basically just a culmination of small businesses like us that got together and formed a small coalition so that we can buy at the same prices with a lot less overhead and pass those savings on to the customer. Kind of the most important thing about what we do is we are tailored to you guys. We carry in-house products for a quick turnaround. We have our own warehouse and showroom that you can send your clients here. They can do all their own design selections. We do have a designer on staff as well. If they want to do a total home makeover, backsplashes, kitchen, whatever it may be. And I think we really understand the end goal for you guys is to provide a sharp looking product at a great price to help you guys sell the house quicker. And that's kind of all I got, PJ. I appreciate you guys having me on, and I look forward to meeting you guys in person.
No, thank you so much, Jordan. And just a testimonial for Jordan. They actually recently came into one of my investment properties where the dog had completely chewed up the carpet, and Jordan will tell you, it was not pretty. And one of the cool things was they were able to stretch the carpet, so I didn't have to put a brand new carpeting throughout the entire first floor. So they're not just looking for that almighty dollar, so to speak, and then replace a carpet in another area. As well, they also do all different types of flooring, not just carpet. That was just my most recent experience and my first experience with Jordan. I've actually been using Flooring Pros for 7-ish plus years. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Not the host, so I can't share, but as you guys know, our main core vendors, LKN Title, North Carolina Home and Auto, as Rob had mentioned earlier, those are our core vendors, and then McNaught and Clements, our in-house attorney. So always thank them for all that they do for our office here. And then, of course, you guys, if you're not up on all of our social media, we do have a Facebook page, a public and a private. Get involved with some of that stuff. There's a lot of communication that goes on through there. So thank you guys all for being here. Have a great day. Let's go out and sell some houses. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye, everybody.